Hi everybody, Brock Boyd, CMI, and I want to talk to you right now about counteroffers, which is happening at a higher percentage rate when people put in their notice of any time that I've been in the recruiting field, which is now coming up on 25 years. So when is it in your best interest to consider taking or take a counteroffer from your current employer and stay there instead of moving on, which is what you thought you were going to do? And really depends on a few things. The biggest thing it depends on is what was the reason that you were looking to make a move in the first place? And does the counteroffer actually solve that? The majority of the time you had reasons for considering a change, and the counteroffer is simply a raise in your base salary and really doesn't do anything to change that, whatever that reason was that you were contemplating a move in the first place. But if your number one reason for considering making a change was that you were unhappy with your base salary and you're going to get an immediate raise in your base salary, then it's absolutely possible that a problem will be solved. Who knows if that means a long-term fit or not, but majority of the time, that is not the case. That's either not the only reason that you were considering a change, not the top reason. And so the second thing to consider is that very often counteroffers include something that will be implemented sometime in the near future. And that's something that I would be very cautious about, because it's really easy to say, here are the things that we're going to do for you. Just give us a little bit of time. We're going to put this in place in the next 2-3 months or in the next month or two. Promises in the future should not be something that you place a high value on when your current employer is making a counteroffer. So we can talk all day long about whether or not people tend to remain in positions long-term when they've accepted the counteroffer, and the answer is statistically, it's a very, very low percentage of people who stay in that job for longer than another 3 to 6 months before they're looking again to accept the counteroffer. But in the end, people have to do what they feel is best for them, their careers, their families. So the only thing that I would encourage you to do is, number one, make sure you remember the reason you were looking in the first place, and does the nature of the counteroffer actually solve that? Or is it just a raise in your compensation, which is very nice, don't get me wrong, but may not have anything to do with what the problem was. Especially if you're in sales, you might get a raise in base salary, but it doesn't do anything to change your realistic total comp projections. And number two, make sure that anything that's going to be given to you is given to you right away and in writing, not something that's a promise for the near future. So that's my 2 cents on counteroffers, and I look forward to chatting with most of you soon.